Welcome back to Scorecard here on Citi TV. My name is Daniel Kranting, in studio with Susu Graham and Coach Christopher Nimley. Guys, let's zone into the Black Stars game. Monday is a big game, 1 p.m., Ghana versus South Korea. Ghana's already lost their opening game to Portugal. It's a must-win game, Coach.
Yeah, it's a must-win. Anything apart from that, then that last game will be very, very difficult. Maybe if we don't win and we draw, then it means we have to beat Uruguay to give ourselves any chance of qualifying. So it will be better where we go into the last game having our destiny in our hands. Look, I'm a bit afraid of something, that we go into the game tomorrow not thinking that it's our bona fide right. Come what may, we'll beat the Koreans. The moment that becomes the mentality, there is the likelihood or there's the possibility that we will be overly confident. We don't need to be overly confident because any form of win will be okay. Mm-hmm. If it's a 1-0, we'll take it. If it's a 2-1, it's a 3-2, we'll take it. So we need to be very careful with the details of the game. When I say the details of the game, there have to be some certain defined, fine margins that the team will have to pay attention to. These Koreans are quick. They are very, very fast on their transition. We should find a proper balance between when to impose ourselves in the attacking sense and when to coil back defensively to be able to face them head on. I've been thinking of something, and I've spoken to my boy. When I say I've spoken to Lawrence Atizigi about this. There will be time in the game tomorrow, I foresee, that when we push up, he needs to come out. His starting position will be very, very important in case the Koreans were to decide to hit us on the counter-attack. He's a ball-playing goalkeeper. So when he comes out, he reads the situation and then services as and when he's needed to do so. We don't need to rush it. We need to pass it around with intent and purpose. Again, we need runners ahead of our midfielders. We need runners in front of Thomas Partey. Most people are being overly critical about the young man. I don't see it like that. I think he had a very good game against the Portuguese. But the system we were playing, he needed to stay in position to protect the back four or the back five through the middle very well. And he and Salis did an excellent job. Tomorrow, I think he'll be given a bit more license, a bit more freedom, because you cannot say that the opposition that the Korean will present will be the same as that of the Portuguese. There may be a slight difference, so the approach will have to be different. That is why I'm so worried that if we don't find a proper balance in our way of going about our duties, we may find wanting. Again, decisions will have to be made. Decisions with personnel, in my view, will have to be made. We need to decide when and how to use our captain. We need to decide about that. I'm not saying that my view should be taken. But what I'm saying is that if you look at the trajectory of our captain, he went this way, he's now coming this way. And when you have a player coming this way, you have to be smart as a technical team on bringing the best. Dede Ayew is by far the most important attacking player in our team, especially when it comes to what goes on in the box of the opponent. So, should we be taking him out of the game when we need him most? Because the young man has shown. Now, when he starts game, after 20, 30 minutes, he's completely gassed. If that is the case, and it will be shocking to me if the technical team hasn't realized that. If that is the case, ask yourself as a technical team, what then can we do to get him in there when we need him the most? If the team is going to go attacking, then start him so that in our attacking mood, he puts the ball in the back of the net, you pull him up, you come and preserve the lead, we go. But if we are going to be a bit consecutive in our approach, then I will say, start him from the bench, let him observe the loopholes in the opponent team, and you come on using his experience to go and punish them. Tomorrow again, we want to see proper intent from Kudus. I'm very certain he's warmed himself into the tournament now. He didn't start so well against the Portuguese, but in that second half, he was absolutely brilliant. I expect that he would take that form against this Korean team and then wait for his moment. Another thing that I'm expecting the technical team to look at is decision making in the final third. I hope Kudus in particular, when he dazzle, they should tell him to raise his head and pick the obvious pass, because that is the quickest way to go. Inaki Williams will have to show up a bit more tomorrow. Get the ball to him. Let him use his strength, his power, his speed, his everything to harass these Koreans and then get them. We need to impose ourselves on them. They are quick, but we can use our physical power and impose ourselves. Thomas Partey, you see, if I'm the boss tomorrow, I'll be demanding a lot from Partey. No two ways about that. I'll say, look, young man, you are our star man. Go in there and get everybody reminded that you are indeed our star man. Go and impose yourself. Dictate the tempo. Come on, Sule is there. Get Sule Muntari to talk to Partey. No moment of fear. Put them on me. Get in there. Stamp your authority and get those around you to believe that you are the boss. The moment you are you're having that boss feeling around you, everything. And whenever the Black Star has to go through Thomas Partey, we all know the outcome. It's been smooth. It's been brilliant. It's been excellent. We are hoping and praying that tomorrow they'll keep us in the tournament. Because if we're to lose, we are coming home after the next game. They will have to find a way. There has to be a way. My last point before Susu comes in, we will take no lackluster technical direction from the technical team. The decision they took to take out our best player when we needed him the most will not be accepted. That is not why the players are taking 100,000 and they are taking 200,000 as appearance fee. You are paid to deliver. And we expect that tomorrow, everybody from the technical team would stay focused throughout the 90 minutes. We don't want to score and see everybody on the bench jubilating and distracting whatever is happening on the pitch. Everybody sober heads. We are in for a battle. When the Ghanaian decides that he's going to do it and he's focused, he gets the work done. We are so confident that tomorrow, come what may, the Koreans will fall.
Very insightful from Coach Susu.
Yeah, Coach has really said it all. I just want to add a small one that it's a different game to the Portuguese. We played well relatively to the Portuguese. We could have gotten a result, but the Koreans will play with more energy. They are going to likely employ a high press, try and suffocate us, make it difficult to play through the back. So our defenders need to be on their job. They need to be assured in possession. They need to be secure in their first touch and their technical ability. They need to be able to keep the ball and move it properly. We are going to play a more energetic and more pressing team than we did against the Portuguese. The Portuguese, when we got the ball, they were content to let us kind of move it through the back. And when we got to the middle third and their third, before they kind of put pressure on us, they were playing with a mid-low block kind of pressing system. The Koreans are going to try and overwhelm us with their energy. So it's going to be a completely different game. And I hope to see a lot more pace in the game, which is why I can understand Coach saying he doesn't want Andre to start. And I like Andre Ayew, but like Coach said, because he's our most potent attacker and he's the one most likely to get the goals, why tire him out by putting him in a midfield battle when we are going to play in a high-press team? If we want to use him, he should be closer to the goal. He shouldn't be worrying himself with midfield duties. And we should just play a technically secure midfield who can move the ball forward. I want to see more wingers because they also are planning to attack our flank. So let's double up because the Korean coach, I don't know if you've seen the coach, he said that he thinks that our fullbacks are weak. Yeah, so we should protect them. So I would like to see maybe a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. Maybe a change in system just because if they are attacking our flanks, it means we can attack their flanks back. It's give and go. Because once you are putting that pressure on someone's flank, you're also leaving space. And I feel like because of the high press, maybe this is Naki's game. Because that high line, there'll be a lot more space in behind it. If we can, Partey and the other midfielders, like you said, can progress the ball properly, we can get a lot of things done. So I want to see us be able to play through the press. If we don't play through the press and we are playing the ball over, I don't mind. But we just shouldn't let ourselves be caught in possession when the Koreans try and attack us and press us high. That's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to lose the ball in a key area. I know they like to play from the back, but I want to see a more speedy build-up to try and play through the press and play over the Korean press because they'll try and suffocate us. So let's not get caught by their press.
Let's now listen to Black Stars head coach Otto Addo. He's been speaking about the attitude of his team ahead of that game.
This one, sorry but I can't answer. If I go in details, we will prepare South Korea to play good against us. So I hope you were on my side, but this question is a little bit made me thinking. No, sorry, I can't answer this. But we will see. Okay, what I can see, we see a passionate team. We will see the same passion which they showed the last game. This I'm 100% sure is a big stage. Everybody's hungry to play. Training good, making it difficult for me to make decisions, and really, really looks good. And they will show it, I'm sure. The second question was what again? Sorry. Yeah, the younger player. I don't know. I mean, how old is Kutus? 20?
22.
22? You felt he was under pressure? Oh, so for me, it's not about young and old. It's about good players and not so good players. And I think the guys did well in all. I think Portugal is ranked 4th in the world. We are 60th, and I don't see that they had a lot of ball possession, but still it was kind of equal. And so I didn't see any pressure. Everybody was eager to play and to play good and did well and showed what he can. And I don't know. I know that there was a lot of criticism, but because we make mistakes, and it's a little bit funny sometimes that, let's say, people are going on Baba Rahman, for example.
Black Stars head coach Addo speaking there. He says we're going to see a passionate Black Stars tomorrow. Coach, let me pin you down. We have a few minutes to wrap up. Let me pin you down. What would be your ideal starting lineup? If you were the head coach of the Black Stars, what would be your starting lineup?
If I'm the head coach, I will not change the system. I will still go a back 3, transition to a back 5. But this time, I will not start with Ali Duseido. I'll start with, Tariq Lamptey. And then I will maintain Baba Rahman on the left as a wing back, but maybe try to get him to change his body orientation and move forward a bit more. If he cannot do that, he sits on the bench. Then, if you come into the middle, I will not start Andre. 2 things. Either I push Kudus closer to Inaki Williams and introduce Tre to be alongside Partey and then Salis. Or I would now keep Kudus where he played and then put Kamar Soa, the boy from Belgium, the other boy, closer to Inaki Williams. Because for him, if Inaki Williams is pinned down or anytime Inaki Williams vacates the role, he has the pace to fill the void and then get Partey. And then in terms of the system switches, I would get Partey to be a bit more committed whenever we are on the attack. If you were to commit 5 men up front, which is what I expect to happen when we are on attack, 5 at the back, I think we should be very fine. So my starting 11 will be Ati, Jiku, Amate, Salisu, Tariq Lamptey, Gideon Mensah or Baba Rahman, and then Salis, Partey, Tre or Kudus, and then I'll go with Naki Williams, and then Kamasoa.
Before I come to Susu, you mentioned you maintain Baba Rahman.
Yeah.
I want to ask, what, from a technical perspective, what does he give the team that maybe somebody like Gideon doesn't?
I think going forward, he's the better player. So when we are playing against a very quality opposition, where defensively he needs to be solid, that is where he's got a major look. Since that injury in 2017 or 2019, I've forgotten, defensively he has never been the same. But he's a better crosser of the ball than Gideon Mensah. So I will keep him on the pitch because of that. And when we are able to, if we are able to take the lead and there's something to protect that we saw of the Moroccans today, then I introduce a better defender, somebody who makes it very, very solid and acknowledge the fact that there's something we have to protect. Because look, like I said, a 1-0 win, we will take it all. Any form of win, the bottom line is we need to win tomorrow. So Baba going forward is good, but defensively he's poor. So if we can get a proper balance, when I say proper balance, it has to be with approach. Are we going to go at them? If we are going to go at them, then Baba. If we are going to wait for them to commit, for it to pounce, then it has to be Gideon Mensah.
Susu, your lineup.
I would change the system. I would go with the 4-2-3-1 because I believe that this is a team we should match them. For player, we can match them but we should also be wary of certain things. So I would go with Dennis Odoi at right back, or I'll keep the keeper. Dennis Odoi at right back, Alexander Jiku, Mohamed Salisu, Baba Rahman again, because I believe we'll have to go for it. I'll be a bit more adventurous with my midfield, so I'll go with Partey and Tre to play as the double pivot, because I believe that Partey should play as the 6. That's his best role. We've seen him there for us now. He should conduct play from deep and let Tre kind of have a bit more freedom. I'll play Kudus in the middle of the 3 behind the striker. And I'll go with Inaki on the right, Jordan on the left, and I'll go with Semenyo up front.
That's very attacking.
Yeah,
That's very attacking.
That's very attacking.
that's what I said, because I believe that the Koreans and us are on a similar level. If
Yeah,
we are
you
not
see,
better.
we are, but,
so we should
but
be
in
able to
terms
go
of
for the game.
pace, you don't want to expose Baba Rahman as a fullback. You don't want to do that. He'll be slaughtered.
He's playing Jordan on the other side, so Jordan will sort of help.
That's
We
the
need
idea.
Jordan to go forward.
Well, that's why he's playing.
Air Force more will go.
Yeah, so coach, I've balanced it. So Inaki on the right, Jordan on the left. So Jordan will help Baba Rahman. That's the thing.